In many industries, the efficiencies are low, and to increase, there is a need to move to digital environment, to reorganize and redesign the processes, and to make sure that people are spending their time at what they're best at. Not necessarily on routine, repetitive tasks that could be digitalized and automated, but on the creative tasks that really add value to the business. There are many advantages related to digital transformation. Among them are more streamlined processes, higher efficiency, less time spent doing jobs that are not necessarily needed because they could be done via apps, via any digital application or software that could automate it. And for that reason, the business is losing time and demotivating its best workers rather than to let them do what they are really good at. Payments industry became much more advanced in recent years, and payments are more secure than ever before. RegTech is adding additional layers of security with KYC, know your customer checks, background checks, and the like. Machine learning is used to predict the behavior of the users and to understand better if they're likely to be using stolen credit cards, for example, and how this could be prevented. So what I would advise users is to just be aware of the fact that their details could be stolen online. So each time they provide their details, to check if this is the genuine website of the payment services provider, or to check if their data is secure. And it's very easy. At first you need to check if there is an SSL certificate of the web page. And after that, if they believe that something wrong may have happened, they need to have at least 2 layers of security. I won't say so. Digitalization to probably 70-80% is possible and advisable, but always some part of the business will be done in the way it has been done before. We cannot remove human interaction, and we shouldn't do that. I don't believe there will be a benefit if we remove it to the maximum. So to me, 70-80% is what's advisable, what's achievable, and what will add value to the business. First of all, they need to identify what is the area that will benefit the most from a digital transformation. Then to look at the big picture. What do they want to achieve in 5-10 years from now? How digital transformation could help them to achieve their goals? And only after that to start identifying the areas that need to first go through digital transformation and advance till they achieve their goals. But in all cases, it shouldn't be a massive exercise prior to identifying those areas that really need it. And for a period, it is absolutely possible, and it's good for the company to test step by step to see if the reality is what they expected it to be. Because I have seen in my practice many cases of digital transformation that actually results in lower efficiencies than what the processes used to be before. Nowadays, blockchain is applied to various business models. And to me, as a blockchain expert, I would say, first of all, understand what are the advantages to your business if you apply blockchain technology. Because it's not equally good for all business models, and in some cases, it is even to be avoided. The technology is still facing lots of challenges, and if, for example, you expect to be processing a very large volume of transactions, and downtime is not something you could accept, for the moment being, it's probably better to stay off blockchain, just because there are other technologies that are better addressing your business case, your business model. Also, many organizations attempt to adopt blockchain prior to having the skilled workforce on board, prior to identifying all needs and having no clear idea how to maintain that integration once they have it, which results in extra costs, which results in problems with maintenance, which may result in problems when all this needs to be upgraded, because upgrades are needed from time to time, if not all the time. So if all this has not been properly identified and the risks have been mitigated, then it could be a failure and it's better to be avoided. We see many challenger banks that are providing similar services to traditional banks at no fee or very low fee. And at the moment, many users benefit from it. Here the big question is how sustainable this business model is, because at the moment companies like Revolut, Monzo, N26 and many more are dependent on the next funding round. That's how they continue to be in business, given that they don't generate enough revenue to break even. So in the next 5-10 years, either they will find a sustainable business model and continue to operate the way they do now. So we already see that some of them are increasing fees, but still the fees are below those of the traditional banks, and they're exploring new revenue channels. Or we will see something completely new in the next years. We also see that many banks are either acquiring fintech organizations to be able to respond to challenger banks, or they're completely restructuring, trying to cut their bottom line, to cut the costs, to be able to provide services at similar fee level versus challenger banks. And that is something we'll definitely continue to see in the next 5 to 10 years.